Yeah, gigantic deficits are not good. And we're going to run, as a share of GDP, we're going to run 4 or 5%. That's not, I've seen worse. I mean, in the Reagan years, in the beginning,
right.
You know, you cut taxes, the first order is you lose some revenues, no question. But it's like investing in a business. You may have to borrow to make a good investment. I don't mean cash flow daily. I mean a good long-term investment. And I see the same thing happening now. The Trump tax cuts, yes, we will lose some revenues in the very short run. I believe we'll get it back and more. We're going to have OMB mid-year review coming out soon. I'm not here to put the numbers out. Mick Mulvaney will do that. But the point is, yeah, you'll get your 4 and 5% GDP. It's far, far from the worst thing I've ever seen.
Then do you think taxes should be cut again?
Well,
I know there's a budding tax cut 2.0 movement.
That's correct. In fact, we had quite a good meeting yesterday on that very subject. The president back from Europe.
With the president.
And we're mulling over a number of very good options. It'll be very pro-growth options.
Capital gains?
And we'll fit into...
what's left?
I don't want to go too far on this.
Well, but is it bracket? Is it acceleration?
Not out of the bag. I will say this. A lot of people, and again, the policy is not yet formed, okay? So I'm not letting anything out. But there are a number of people on the Hill, for example, who would like to make a lot of the tax cuts, the individual tax cuts, permanent.
Okay.
Permanent. So not only did we have a successful tax cut, but we want to keep it that way. And then you may see, frankly, not only a 2.0, but you may see a 3.0, and you may see a 4.0. There's a lot of tax. I'm an old Reagan tax reformer.
Right.
Lower the rates, broaden the base. A lot of that was done in the last bill. Much needs to be done going forward. So some of those ideas are circulating, and I think will come to fruition. Let me just go back, though. The GDP thing, look, I'm not an academic guy, but I just pose this thought to people. We are, in some respects, we are the 9th year of a recovery, all right? From the middle of 2009. It's
allegedly long in the tooth for these younger people who are around you in the White House.
That's right. And they've never seen prosperity. So here's a thought, and I may be wrong about this, but just to think about it. When I was a young economist at the Fed and Wall Street, it was usually labeled by economists of all stripes, 2% growth was a growth recession. You follow? It was not a recovery. It was not really an expansion. It was called a growth recession. It may have been Arthur Oken years ago. I don't know who coined that term. So just consider this possibility. We have been in a growth recession since the middle of 2009. And you can go back further if you like, okay? Now, if we get the kind of numbers that you're suggesting and I'm suggesting, we've already seen some of that. I mean, on the quarterly basis, 4-quarter change, we're almost at 3%. We're going to go right to 3% this year. Look, that may be the beginning of the recovery. So this may not be so long in the tooth. You may actually
You're saying that everything could have been a prelude to what's about to occur now?
Well, you know, I noticed Jason Furman was on this morning on Squawk, and he's a friend. He's a terribly smart guy. He may disagree, and I get that. But consider the possibility that a capital spending boom that we never really had, okay, widespread capital returning back to the United States. You know, this is the hottest country right now in the world. Trillions of dollars are coming here. It's leaving Europe. It's leaving China. It's leaving a lot of places. We've never seen these kind of inflows probably since the 1990s. It is possible that a, quote, real business growth cycle is right there in front of us for the next 4, 5, 6 years. That's a possibility, and I just want you to be open to that we haven't, you know, growth recession is one thing. Full-fledged recovery where people not working can work, and cap spending that never took place, long-term projects now will be put into place. and the attitude towards business has improved enormously. Think about that. You could have a run here of 5 or 6 years that the rest of it, as you said, is prelude.
Well, I think the stock market is agreeing with you.
Well,
but at the same time, Larry, if that's the case, we're that strong.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.